Welcome to Elevate with Carolina, where we talk about life, healing, and everything in between. Infatuation, agreements, and love itself. What is love to you? After the end of my engagement in 2024, I found myself in Costa Rica in search for answers. And one of the very first visuals I got was the concept of love in 3 layers. When we talk about love, it's hard not to mix it with agreements. But love and agreements are different things. I was seeking answers because that had not been the first big heartbreak of my life. I understood at that time that I was cycling through the same lesson with different names and different faces in different relationships. So what was I missing? Spoiler alert, what I was missing was self-love. But to understand that, I first had to understand the different layers and dimensions of love. The visual that came to me was love in 3 parts. At its base, love simply is. We are made of love. Love is the creative force that guides the universe. Love is our default factory settings. But the human experience confuses love with agreements and with chemistry. In romantic dynamics, first comes chemistry. The exchange of dopamine, the physical connection, the oh my goodness, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me feeling. And biologically, that exists for a reason. It helps 2 people bond long enough to connect, to create offspring, and move life forward. That intense infatuation phase usually lasts somewhere around 2 to 3 years. The feeling of being in love is simply a more animalistic form of connection. Now, because it feels good, is it possible for 2 people to remain deeply in love for an entire lifetime? Absolutely. But then it requires something beyond chemistry. It requires intentionality, presence, maintenance, effort, etc. Because infatuation creates tunnel vision. It makes you believe that this emotional high is what love is. And then people become devastated when that feeling naturally changes. Some people settle into marriages that feel emotionally dead, without fire or aliveness. Others go chasing that somewhere else because they want the chemical feeling that they once knew. At that point, decisions must be made. And those decisions can either be found in divorce lawyer offices or marriage counseling, or simply when 2 people are really great at maintaining all aspects of relationships. Then come agreements. Every relationship is built on agreements, spoken and unspoken. What each person will bring, what each person will do, what is expected, what roles are being played, what the social dance of the relationship will look like, etc. And this applies to every single relationship dynamic between 2 human beings. Parents, children, friends, employees, employers, romantic partners, and so on. So separating the concepts of chemistry, infatuation, physical attraction, and agreements becomes very important because neither one of those things is actually love. Love is underneath it all. Love is life itself. Love is the water flowing endlessly through the world. Water keeps coming to me as a symbol whenever I reflect on love and life. Because water can be polluted, it can be transformed, you can put mud in it, dirt, sediment, trash, and so on. You can make water almost unrecognizable, but it's still water. You can filter it, clean it, restore it. Can you drink muddy water? No. But can you remove the dirt and find clean water again? Yes. That's love. That's life. It's always there. Underneath all the illusion, all the dirt, it's still love. Love is not a feeling. It's not something you feel. Love is something you are. I'm hoping that these words resonate with you. Hopefully something inside of you recognizes it. But many times an altered state is what allows these concepts to truly penetrate the veil of this 3D human experience. The matrix, if you will. It's what allows us to see beyond the conditioning. That understanding came to me while sitting with ayahuasca. And when I hear other people speaking about love this way, when they say love is all there is, love is the fabric of reality itself, love is God, creation, source, you can see it in their eyes that they're not speaking intellectually. They experienced it. They saw it. They felt it. You hear it often from people who have had near-death experiences. They describe overwhelming love, unity, connection, oneness. It's like they saw it with their souls instead of their physical eyes. Because there's conceptual understanding and then there's lived experience. For me, it first arrived as a concept, as a full download. It was an explanation to a question I had. But over time, I began to feel it. I've felt it in meditative states. I felt it walking in nature, in silence, and in prayer. Another layer I would like to share is that when I say the word God, I'm not talking about a man in the sky sitting in a throne with judgment. God is all there is. God is in everything, and God is love itself. We're not separate from it. We are a part of it. Something else I've noticed is that every single time something or someone has been removed from my life, I get closer to source. Every time. With every breakup, ending, every agreement dissolving, and also when the satellite relationships, the ecosystem of those relationships end, you feel stripped of so much more than just that one relationship, because every couple comes with satellite relationships and places and experiences and routines and homes. So when that all gets stripped out and what feels like the rug is being pulled from underneath, inward is the answer. And every time I go inward, I feel closer to source. So if you find yourself in a season where agreements are dissolving, whether that's a relationship, a job, family dynamic, identity crisis, shifts, or simply the uncertainty of the world around you, go within. Especially when fear is being pushed down your throat constantly by the world and the story that's playing around us, please don't buy it. Don't buy into it. Don't feed it. Don't allow yourself to drown in that noise. Go within. And when the looping thoughts settle, when the anxiety quiets, when the mental chatter clears, you begin to hear something else. Guidance, inspiration, truth, love, intuition. And sometimes we just need help accessing that space. Sometimes all we need is a guide, because nobody can do the work for you. Not a doctor, teacher, guru, spiritual leader, absolutely nobody. But many people can help guide you back to yourself. Even Jesus said, your faith has healed you, not I healed you. And he was teaching us that he was the channel, the guide, showing us the way. He was showing people that the kingdom of God lives within us. He never said, please place my body on an altar and go worship me every Sunday. And by all means, feel guilty when you don't. So much of humanity now has to deconstruct systems of fear and control that disconnected us from our own inner knowing. So to sum it all up, the agreements of your life will come and go. Relationships with partners, children, parents, friends, co-workers, teachers, students, all of it will shift and change. But in the end, as in the beginning, what remains is your relationship with Source, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with love. For those ready to take the first step on their self-love journey, check out the free Self-Love Journey Workbook. 7 actionable steps with journal prompts to restore your heart, build confidence, get unstuck, and unlock your greatest potential. CarolinaBucker.com.